So guys, here binary options trading on the Quotex platform, and we are again and again just right here to observe different situations and to test strategies, sometimes the same strategies but with the different periods or stuff on the different situations in the market. So I'm welcoming you right here, and I'm so glad you are back, and I'm so glad that you're giving massive feedback. I'm so glad you are joining me when we just having some signals and trade together. So let's go. And we gotta see what it is for us today. So, 1 minute interval, and the sum that we are gonna start our trading with, and here's gonna be the candles, and it's gonna be 10 seconds. I am just a little bit inside of tiny changes just right here in my strategies. And my actual thoughts about these 10 seconds candles are, I couldn't say that it's more easy or more reliable in that case, because when it's 1 minute, yeah, I would say that with the 10 seconds candles, it's a little bit different and you may see a little bit more than if it's like 30 seconds, but actually it depends a lot on your strategy. So, currency pairs with the biggest payouts, just the regular setups, and indicators that we are just having. Let's choose this one. And one more. No. Okay, this is it. Look at the tiny candles, and I would say that if you used to trade on the candles with the bigger period, you can actually be misled and misguided when you change the periods of the candles, and your prognosis may be a little bit wrong because you're just used to something different in that case. So momentum, rate of change, and we just start. So here is it. And again, quite simple from the first side. So we are just looking for some combination. The periods of that is just the same. So let's check how it's going to be in the end, because so far it looks quite easy. And just as I told you, nothing special and nothing new, just right here. We are so downward, so we are quite safe to get our first profit. And this is what we are just doing. Let's go next. And we go next. So look at that. Momentum and rate of change showing us we're getting downward, but look at that. They are just on the bottom, and I do predict that both of them could give me, some break, just because we are quite down, and 1 minute is going to be enough in that case that we're going to just getting back, getting for some dumping. And anyway, look at that. If you look at the chart, it looks like that we are so high, so in a high part. But if you look at the momentum and the rate of change charts, both of these indicators showing us we are actually downward. So we could predict that we can get more upward out of this indicator more than out of the chart, because in this chart it looks like, oh my God, we are so upward. So here's just 10 seconds left, and we're gonna be quite safe, I hope, because there's a few seconds left and we are already more upward. Yep, and it's just the second profit. And let's change a little bit. And this is gonna be the downward bad. I know it looks like a little bit unusual, unexpected, I would say, because I told you it is a strategy. We are looking for some combination, but in the end of it, we are just making this path for a downward one. I want you just to wait for the results right here, and then you're gonna see the full picture that I've been actually predicting that it's gonna be just in a minute ago. So just look at that. I know it's a little bit unpredictable, just as I told you. And we could actually now start breaking again, but it was okay with time. It was okay, with the time frame. And what I want to tell you about that, look at the chart. Look at how many we have, these falls like that. And the whole chart wasn't looking like we get it, back and we're getting back upward. Just because look at the whole indicators charts. Look at the whole, tendency patterns that we are having in the regular chart. I know the situation is not that easy. It's not for the beginners. And somehow with this easy combination strategy, you may actually be misguided and have it as a loss. But just check more situations, check more indicator combinations. And because I learned on my mistakes, and I had the situation when I was like, oh my God, it's so easy. I'm going to make it like that. And it's just going to be like that. But in the end, I've been checking that, oh my God, I am losing. All two indicators told me we're getting upward, and I made my bet for an upward. And then we just lost. And I just learned to see that situations a little bit in advance. So that's why I just want to show you that situations too. So, not that easy, just as I promised. Not that easy, just as it wanted to be. And I know all of you, love just the strategy that it's give you just 100% without any heavy thinking. But sometimes it's not that easy, just not that easy. But in that case, in that bet, I do expect it's going to be as easy as it seems. We just made these bets for it downward, and let's see the results. So here we are, and we are actually just not at the bottom, so I do not expect the break. And here's the green candles detected, but it's not going to be the big break. So it was quite safe, and we just got it as a profit, and in that case, it was quite safe. So, and now we are actually at the bottom, but again and again, I made my bet for a downward trend. What I actually want to mention, it's not only, this whole chart of the indicator. Please just mind the numbers, because sometimes it's just zooming up and it looks like so we are at the bottom, but we need to see the numbers of it, because sometimes that is just, as I told you, zoomed up and it just doesn't look like the whole chart itself. So let's wait for the results right here. I do expect that it's going to be still some falling, and I do think that it's going to be correct. Let's wait. So just as I told you, what actually made me think that it's going to be some changing, this is the whole indicators movement. So we may see that it's quite, I wouldn't say that it's high volatility situation, but we are close to it, and we already had it as a profit. And again, we wasn't at the bottom, so we wasn't actually expecting, some massive breaks. That's first. And then you need to actually check the position of this indicator on the chart. If we are in the middle, we actually may predict that it's going to be any moment. There's no rules that can actually, tell us how it's going to be. So we need to be quite attentive to all the patterns and movements that were on the chart, just before. So we just done. I don't feel that it was quite easy, that it was quite like, okay, do it like that, and it's going to be just like that. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of being an expert. It is just, if you're even unsure, you can make your right decision just because you have some knowledge before. So guys, it's just done. I don't know what to tell you, just because the strategy is quite easy. We are looking for some combinations, two of this indicator on the same periods, and that I need to say that actually that is the problem, because they give us just this same image, and sometimes two different indicators we just requiring for two different images. So we can actually compare, we can actually connect, we can actually combine, or we can actually distinct all of data indicators, because I just made for different situations, and they are based on different numbers and styles and movements. But anyway, I do show you different strategies, and perfectly working and not perfectly working, and that's what actually made you a more experienced trader, and I hope you gotta use it just in the correct way. So stay tuned, we're just gonna get for some more.